I don't think I ever made a video about this particular computer. Well, it was $10. They had a couple different ones. Let's see, I'm trying to remember. So I bought 3 of these older ones. They were all $10 a piece. And let's see. So this is the I don't know. So this must come from Cottonwood, and it was probably just donated. I don't know why this dude's name is on here. But anyway. Economic workforce development. So, I think we have one of those over here. Usually these used to have a date code on them too. Anyway, VOS. I don't think this is from them. I think the VOS is veterans something or other. I just can't remember what the hell it is. Anyway, get this thing off here. Of course, it's going to rip up the tag. So, 2004. Look at that, dude. Holy moly. So, this thing came out when I first started fiddling with computers. I lived in Redmond, Washington, and I remember there's some place, God, I can't remember what I think it was Bell Red Road, where it goes up the hill from downtown Bellevue. Anyway, there was a place over there near some place called like Tuesday Morning, and they had like a dumpster with a ton of computers out there, and I think they were like Pentium 1s and 2s and stuff like that, and 386s, and there was like monitors and just all kinds of crap, and I was just like, cool. I grabbed it all, and I took all these computers back home and made one out of it. And it's just funny to think that at that point in time, this was considered like top of the line, brand new. And what's strange is, I remember putting up dial-up cards and all these things. I don't think this thing has a modem in it. It's just kind of strange. This actually, I think, has SATA in it, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and open it up. Alright, so this is a Dimension 3100. It's designed for XP, Pentium 4 HT inside. It says Pentium 4 HT, which seems different, but I guess it's just a Pentium 4. Anyway, these just open up like this. So cool. And the date in here is October 24, 2005. So this computer is actually, well, I wonder why the sticker says 04. Because the case says 05. So what we have in here is just this gigantic, massive, like, cooler. It's just crazy. So it is SATA. And you can't really plug anything into this board. So we got SATA here, and let's see what else we got. Okay, so we have a IDI. What do I call it? IDE. I think it's because I'm always thinking about diesel trucks. 7.3 IDI. Anyway, yeah, we got here. It probably says floppy on it. It says DSKT. And so, just for the hell of it, I will put a floppy in here. But I do not have the ribbon cable, unfortunately. But this, when I got it, had Linux or something on it. So they repurposed it and put Linux on it, which is fine. I think the battery's probably no good. I don't remember changing it, so it's probably no good. We got a drive in here, and these look like they would take maybe one of these other caddies. I had a box of drives, and I'm not really sure what I did with the ones that had the things on them. But I had some of these. I don't know, it'd be interesting to see if the ones I have would fit this. I just kind of bought this because, like, originally, it all started because she bought a game called Riven. It was Windows 95. For like 99 cents somewhere, and it was like the whole set of all the discs. And I thought, well, no big deal, you know, we should be able to play this. Well, no. So then I started to go, well, what do I got to do? Well, how old of a computer do I need to install Windows 95 on? And I realized that was a pretty big deal. So like, okay, well, what do I need to install Windows 98? So you need a pretty old computer. And believe it or not, this isn't old enough. You can kind of get it to install on here, but you're going to run into some problems. And so, what we did find is another Dell that was just slightly older than this, which actually coincidentally had 4 slots for RAM on it. But I think we had that thing completely maxed out on RAM. And I might even have that mistaken with a different one. In fact, yes, I do. So, the other machine, we had 3 of these Dells. The other machine is like a 3400, and another one's like a 2400, and this one's a 3100 or something. This is 3100. Well, one of them is a 2400. Oh no, the other one's an Optiplex 745. So 745 is going to be newer than both of these other ones that I have, and the 745 has it probably, I think you can actually put a video card in the 745. I don't know what the 745 is processor wise. Look at this. This thing is freaking massive. And it goes like that. I mean, they were like on top of this stuff, dude. Look at this thing. Like, dude, that's crazy. Like, my hats are off to Dell. Good Lord. Dell really went the extra mile. Do you remember the commercials? Dude, you're getting a Dell. And his name was Steven. Wonder where he's at now. Dude, I'm old now. So anyway, what is this stuff in here? What's gonna be? 256. PC2 3200. So we get 512 worth of RAM. And so I guess that's DDR2. Let me see something here. Just out of curiosity. So I have some RAM, but what I need to do is see how much. I think the stick I have is too much for this computer. Hold on. Alright, we're going to try and get in over here. Let's see. Dell. Dell Dimension. $3,100 specs. Okay. So let's see what it says here. Okay, for users on a budget, I wonder how old this is. This was written 2006. Dimension 3100 has most of the bases covered despite there being alternatives that provide superior value for the money. Okay, it says, when it comes to desktop PCs, black has a hint of silver is clearly the new beige. It's taken a while for some OEMs to realize that beige is by far the dullest color for a PC, but one vendor that has had it right pretty much from the beginning is Dell. The Dimension 3100 is mostly black with silver trimmings and shouldn't embarrass even the most fashion-conscious user. Inexpensive, fast processor, and expansive hard drive for a sub $1,500 machine. Windows XP Media Center Edition enables it to be used as a basic living room PC. 13-in-1 memory card reader, bundled USB keyboard, optical mouse, and stereo speakers. The bad. Optima Work Pro 7000 offers better value for the money, no firewire port, integrated graphics and sound, hinders multimedia performance, meager software bundle, card reader takes up the only 3.5-inch drive bay. I don't have a card reader. Interesting. Okay. This one doesn't have one. And okay, let's see. We'll keep reading. So those that require a floppy disk drive will have to either forego the card reader or make do with an external drive. Dell builds its computers to order, so technical specifications vary widely on how much money you want to spend. Blah, 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 blah. So our model came equipped with Intel Pentium 4 633 gigahertz processor, 512 megabytes of DDR2, 533 RAM, and a 160 gigabyte hard drive. This is fairly substantial for a system of this price, but there are a few facts to keep in mind. Firstly, the machine's processor is a single-core model as opposed to the dual-core offerings that have risen to the ubiquity over the past 6 months. So multitasking and system-intensive applications such as video editing at the time are sluggish. Additionally, the system uses both integrated graphics and integrated sound 2-channel, so don't expect tantalizing gaming or DVD playback performance. And so anyway, this isn't really what I needed to read, but I was just kind of curious. That was a review. I want the specs. And Dell Dimension 3100E specs. Pentium 4 hyper-threading technology, or it could be Celeron. Not all Pentium 4 processors support hyper-threading. Memory. Maximum memory 2 gigabytes. 256, 512, or 1 gigabyte non-ECC. BIOS chip, video, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we found out what we wanted to know. Okay. What do I have? I got a 2 gigabyte stick. And come on, camera. All right. So, and it might not even like these, but I got a pair of Corsairs and some other stuff. Oh no, I'm sorry, my bad. We'll pop these in here. These are one gig. Okay. Cool. Make sure it's exactly the same. Okay. It says it's 800 megahertz. I know this thing might not work. Okay, it looks the same. It doesn't actually say what it is on here. It says it's a kit, so it says C2X1024 6400. Okay, it says DDR4 Extreme. I think it's probably too much for this thing. What are these? PC4s. And these are server ones I couldn't get to work. Okay. So we'll max this thing out. So these other ones had 4 slots, but I don't know that that's actually a good thing. I don't know if this can run in dual channel, but it won't matter on this one. You don't have to worry about any of that. Alright. Well, let's see. And the only other thing we could really do to this is we could add an SSD. If we could find a PCI graphics card, which would be like really hard, we could do that. Looks like the power supply has no extra stuff except right here. We got extra Molex coming off of our really old school drive. It's probably a CD drive too. But anyway, I just thought I would share this crazy computer with you guys, and I'm going to put XP back on it, and we'll just have an XP machine, okay? I mean, we've got the product key on it. I mean, literally, I could probably do that. I do have a disk with a key already, but like this does have the product key, so technically, if I go to the Wayback Machine and get one of the OEM discs, I could go ahead and do that. And actually, I'm going to set this over by my server, and we'll fire it up. Before we get that far with it, here is an Hitachi Desk Star. Man, oh man. January 2006. 80 gigabytes. 80. So, I don't know what's already on here. I don't know if I have an extra SATA port on this board. Let me just take a look here at this thing. So, I would guess it's probably plenty. It's pretty cool. That looks like an extra SATA. So I have the ability to run another SATA drive in here, and that would probably be cool to do. I've totally got other drives. I just don't have a caddy for this, and I looked at some of the other ones that I do have, and they really probably aren't going to work. I mean, they might hold it in place from flopping around, so I guess that's an option. I'm just absolutely shocked this drive here. I don't know if they replaced this thing, because I'm finding dates of 2004, 2005, and 2006 on this thing, and they might have replaced this, but I don't know why they would replace it with an 80. That just doesn't make any sense at all to me. So put that there. So we got that. So I don't know if I really want to put another drive in here. I mean, like, I'm not really going to do much with this thing, I don't think. I just want a machine to use. So yeah, it's got a spare SATA. Let's see what else we got. We get extra SATA, that's pretty cool. I do not know what the hell that is. It's funny that they're talking about a card reader, but I don't think this thing ever had anything. There is this board down here with some USBs. It looks like there could have been. Well, no, it doesn't. Let me see. No, that's normal. All right. Oh god, I remember the jumpers on these drives, and the IDE drives. You'd have to have a jumper. You could have more than one CD drive, and one would be a CD player, one would be a DVD player. I mean, we're going way back. So pretty simple stuff here. It's just really cool that, like, the thing still works, and, you know, I don't know, I like old technology. I just really do. Well, what were they using here? So they had Ethernet connection. Yeah, so back then, if you needed dial-up, usually you put a broadband, or a broadband, you put a dial-up card in here. And, yeah. So we got VGA, 4 USBs on the back, Ethernet, and 3 audio inputs. Inputs and outputs. A microphone, a sound out, and a input. So let's get the cover back on this. All right, let's see if we powered up. Thought I'd plug that thing back in. It's probably going to boot automatically. Yeah. It's got these little numbers right here, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I think I don't really. The amount of memory has changed. Strike the F1 key to continue. Alright. Microsoft Scan Disk. So I don't remember what's on here, but it should be, what you call it? 98, that's not going to work. Inefficient memory to initialize Windows. Quit one or more memory resident programs. How could be inefficient memory? That's really strange. Alright. Okay, Microsoft Windows 98 startup menu. Enter choice 3, safe mode, enter. So it does run on here. Oh, it's because it's too much memory for Windows 98. You can't run that much memory. So, let me go open it up. Yeah, I forgot. There's like a limitation on memory in Windows 98. We'll try 1 gig. Okay. Alright. We try safe mode. It tried to go. Windows is running in safe mode, so we do have Windows 98 running in safe mode on this computer. It will run safe mode. But the other problem too is like getting all the graphics and things like that to try and work on this. Like we need a bunch of drivers and stuff like that, and even for Windows XP, which was designed for this, we're still going to have that problem. It's always amazed to me. Look how snappy that mouse is. It's almost too snappy. Well, anyway, we have Windows 98 running in the safe mode on an XP machine, so that's kind of cool. Everything is just like really snappy. We want to restart. Which is funny about like these computers is they ran like really fast because the hardware and the software, you know, I mean, the software was like very minimal. So I would prefer to booger with this and try and get it to run 98. I don't have a use for Windows XP. 98 is MS-DOS. It's DOS based. And then XP is NT based. So it's a different thing. I don't know. I guess it probably doesn't matter. I think it's just going to be stuck on the screen. As I remember, I messed with it like a couple weeks ago. And I can't remember exactly what I did, but I don't think I ever got past the screen. So there's some issues with I don't know, AHCI or whatever, and disabling that is necessary, and there's some other little tricks that you need to do to run 98 on it. Maybe the gaming cat dude, if I contact him, he might know how to do it. Because he did it with a Dell 2400. And I did the same thing to my Dell 2400. So he made a really cool video, which was able to help me get mine to work. So anyway, that's where we're at on this, and I can either fiddle with it a little bit more, or I can just pop XP onto it and be done. But I'm trying to think. I have a game over here that I want to play, but I don't think I can play it on this computer either. I tried it on the other machine that has XP on it, but anyway.